Hi everyone, welcome back to Everything Germany, the series. So in today's episode on Everything Germany, we are going to talk about Leben in Deutschland Test, right? I'm going to explain what is a Leben in Deutschland Test, what is a Leben in Deutschland certificate, for who is it important, who actually gets to obtain it, why should you obtain this certificate, what significance does it play in your journey here in Germany, and actually where and how can you obtain this test, how much does it cost, and how can you prepare for this test, right? So if you find this information interesting, if you have been looking for information around this test, Leben in Deutschland, then do stick around on today's episode. Alright, so before we continue today's video, I would like to thank all my returning subscribers. I really do appreciate your support. I see you. I really appreciate your likes, your comments also, and if you are stopping here for the first time, I would like to say thank you for stopping by first of all, and to invite you to be part of this community. My name is Lucia Mukwa, founder of Empowering Immigrants. I create content that help equip immigrants just reach their goals, be on top of their goals, be on top of their vision here in Europe, just to stay focused to hitting those goals, right? Self-development, self-awareness kind of content. We review books, and I also go an extra mile to just keep the immigrants here, especially those in Germany, to be informed, equipped with information that will just help them settle in Germany. So yeah, if you would like to be part of this family, which I would actually also like for you to be part of the family, do make sure to hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell actually, so that you might be notified every time I upload a new video. So welcome, and I hope you get to stay here for quite a while. Alright, so going back in today's video, I'm gonna start off with explaining what is a Leben in Deutschland test, okay? So the Leben in Deutschland test, also directly translated as Life in German test, and also called Einbürgerungstest auf Deutsch, is a test that is offered by the Federal Immigration and Refugee BAMF with the purpose of making sure that immigrants, foreigners that just moved to Germany are well equipped with information around the legal and social system of Germany, its culture, its customs, right? So literally the rules. Okay, so that's the purpose of the test, and it's offered by BAMF. Okay, all right, so moving on to the next question: who gets to actually write this test? Why is this certificate important for you, right? So as I said, this certificate's main purpose is for immigrants, okay? So foreigners that wish to apply for citizenship or permanent residency are required to submit this certificate. Like, it's part of the requirement, it's a must, right? So this is the main purpose, or this is the main use of this certificate. This is when it's going to be required of you to submit it. It's when you are applying for citizenship in Germany, or when you come to a point of where you need to apply for permanent residency in Germany, right? So that's the main reason, that's the main purpose. That's when you will actually be required to submit this certificate as a must. But I believe that this certificate is not just important only for obtaining citizenship and residency. There's also other reasons and uses of the certificate that is not mainly spoken about, right? Number one is the hard case application. So what a hard case is, especially for asylum seekers, if your asylum application was declined by the BAMF office, by Asylunterbehörde and so on, you can apply for what we call a hard case, right? So this is an organization that literally looks at your life, what you've achieved thus far in Germany, how seriously you take your life, have you been working, and all this. They look into your life and actually determine whether you're going to be a liability to Germany, or you're going to be an asset in Germany, right? And specifically actually to the state where you are already living in, for example Sachsen-Anhalt, right? So they look at your qualifications, they look at how you have been socializing already in Germany, how you have been integrating, they look at so many aspects, right? So and then if they see that, okay, you are going to be an advantage for Sachsen-Anhalt, then they take over your case and they literally order BAMF to give you permanent residency, you know. So if you have this Lebens in Deutschland certificate and submit it in your hard case application, it will be a thumb up. It will show that you have got interest to know and to obey to the German culture, its customs, its legal rules and social systems, you know. So it will be a good added advantage to your hard case application as an asylum seeker, right? And also, if you are an asylum seeker, obtaining this certificate, the Lebens in Deutschland certificate, is an added bonus for you, even to how you get treated, right? Even by your social workers, your lawyer, your even Ausländerbehörde, right? They can see that, okay, this person is serious. They gain they respect you more, they believe in you more, they will want to actually help you more because they see that you have gone exceedingly and above what you are required, right? So it just shows that, okay, you are really taking your life seriously, right? It's an added bonus, right? And another reason also why obtaining this certificate and just going through the process of that test is important is just to equip yourself with information and rules of Germany, right? You guys know, if you have been on this channel for a while, you know our favorite mantra on this channel is that knowledge is power, okay? Knowledge is power, right? So it will work in your favor if you just know this information, right? You want to know who's the president of Germany, you want to know who's the mayor of your town, and just things around your state, you know, laws and everything that will actually at the end of the day also help you. And also parenting rules, guys. There's parenting rules here. Kids have rights in Germany, right? Right? So there's parenting rules, there's kids rules that if you do not follow through will get you in trouble, right? Your kids will be taken away. So for you to equip yourself with what is right and what is wrong, what are the rules, it's important to actually go through this test, write this test, get the certificate, and then you just have all this information, right? So the reason why I'm giving so many underlying reasons as to why you will need this, like the certificate, the importance of having the certificate, it's because I'm sure some of you all might think that, hey, if the number one requirement and maybe the only requirement, like a must have, when you're actually required to show this or submit the certificate is only when you're submitting a citizenship application or a residency application, right? So why do I need to actually sit for this test right now, right? That's probably what some of you guys might think. Well, the procrastinators might think that I don't need to sit for it right now, so I'll rather not do it right now, right? But which is, for me, actually not an advice. Like, I wouldn't advise you to do that. I wouldn't advise you to procrastinate on it just because you feel like you are not even applying for the application citizenship right now. Maybe you still have your au pair contract or your Ausbildung contract or whatever. I just want to remind you guys all that our end goal, all of us here, is to, at some point, to apply for citizenship, to have citizenship of Germany and or permanent residency. Let's not even lie, okay? Let's not lie about it, right? Because it comes with so many benefits, right? It comes with tremendous benefits just having permanent residency or even citizenship. When it comes to our traveling, when it comes to your legal affairs, you don't have to continuously change your, like, go to the embassy and renew your visa or whatsoever, right? So it has benefits. Our end goal is to have these citizenship or permanent residency, right? So why not just get this test done and out of the way, because you will need it when you're going to apply for this citizenship, etc., right? Because, hey, life can get busy. You might get so busy with your work life and just life in general. So while you just arrived and you're still fresh in Germany, maybe you are still at your host family, for example, you have a little bit of time here and there, you are doing your Ausbildung or you're doing your language courses, why not use this time to just write this test and get it done and through, right? Because the test doesn't expire. Once you have got the certificate, it lasts you a long time. You can even frame it in your sitting room because why not? Put it in a frame, put it in your sitting room and just keep it there until you need it, right? Stop procrastinating, get things done when you have time to do it, right? I think that will be my advice. So moving on to the next point or the next question. Now, what does this test consist of, and where can you actually write this test, right? So the test can be written at a Volkshochschule or taken at a Volkshochschule across Germany. And it can be written in two ways. Number one is that it's part of a B1 integration course, which is offered by the BAMF office, right? And sometimes, well, the BAMF office will decline assisting you with your B1 integration course. For example, if you're an asylum seeker, they might decline your application for this B1 integration course. As I said, the Leben in Deutschland course is part of the B1 integration course, right? It's something that you do at the end of completing the B1 if you're doing the B1 integration course of BAMF, right? But sometimes BAMF can say, no, we are not assisting you, you don't qualify for this B1 integration course as an asylum seeker, which is also something that happened to me. Well, they told me that I come from, so sometimes if you come from good countries, I think that will be another video for another day to explain some rules maybe around BAMF and asylum stuff and whatever. But the main focus of today again is just to let you know that BAMF can decline your B1 integration course application if you ask them to, like, that you want to be part of that, right? So, but it's not the end of the world. What you can do is, now moving on to the next option, you can actually write this Leben in Deutschland test separately, right? You can also do your B1 certificate separately and not as the B1 integration offered by BAMF. You can do it separately with TELC and you write your exam, you pay for it yourself, right? If the BAMF decline you. And they might not also decline you, so that was just in my case. They said no. My no cannot be your no. You know what they say. So yeah, you should still try to go to BAMF and see if you can just do the whole B1 integration course that includes the Leben in Deutschland test, or else you can just go and register yourself at the Volkshochschule for the Leben in Deutschland test. I paid 25 euros for that. So yeah, it costs 25 euros if you want to write this Leben in Deutschland test at the Volkshochschule, and it took me 8 weeks for me to receive the certificate. Alright, so now it is a multi-choice kind of a test, a questionnaire, where you have to, like, you're given 4 possible questions that are right, and then you have to choose one. So it's a multi-choice consisting of 33 questions, and you should get 17 questions right for you to pass, right? So these 33 questions are chosen from 300 general questions about Germany, around its legal and social system, and then another 10 questions specifically from the state where you come from, right? In this case for me, it was everything Sachsen-Anhalt, everything around and about Sachsen-Anhalt, right? So in total, it's 310 questions that you need to prepare for when you are preparing for the test, right? But then they choose 33 questions that you need to answer during this test, and the test lasts for 60 minutes, also 1 hour. And yeah, it took me like 5 hours to actually prepare for this test, right? I know 310 questions that you have to prepare for seems to be a lot, but actually it can take you just 5 hours to prepare for this test. I remember I was doing it. I had obviously planned to study more, to have more time to study, like maybe a day or two, but I think I went out partying and whatever. I don't know. I was still in that era, in my bad habit era. So I ended up studying on the way to Haldensleben. I think I had like 45 minutes. I actually didn't take 5 hours. I'm like, wait, I don't remember quite well, but I remember that I actually just got to study on the way when I was traveling to Haldensleben, which doesn't even take an hour. What am I saying, right? But I actually passed. I got 26 out of 33. So the 300 questions seems like a lot, but it's actually easy. during my research, I've also realized that a lot of people, like, it takes an average of at least 8 to 10 hours for everyone else, right? So yeah, I think it's just because it's really easy. And well, thanks to the digital world, there's wonderful apps that can actually help you to prepare for these tests, like in a very fun way. There's the app that I actually specifically used, and it's called the Leben in Deutschland app also. So I will link the app down on the description, and I'll also link a few YouTube videos that you can also watch that just gives you a sample of how this test looks like and the type of questions that they might ask. And I will also link a sample of the test also on the description, so that you can just this can be materials that can just help you to prepare for it. But no need to stress. The test just lasts 1 hour. It's just 33 questions. You only gotta pass 17 questions. I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you will pass. It's really not difficult at all, and it's also cheap, it's affordable. So that's why I'm like, guys, we don't need to procrastinate on actually getting this certificate, right? It's something that you can do easily and just get it out of the way. Because as I said, the certificate doesn't expire, right? You get to keep it for a lifelong and use it when necessary. So yeah, that's it around Leben in Deutschland test. I hope this has really been helpful for you. If you still have any questions, if there's anything that I missed that you don't understand, do put your questions below on the comment box, and I'll be delightful to assist you, to help you. And yeah, I'll link everything just for you to do more research around it, to prepare for the test. Do go and get the certificate, guys. Go and get it. It will be of tremendous help just for your career, for your life plans in Germany. Trust me. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching till here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, show some love. Do like the video, comment below, just show some love, comment anything, whatever. Your girl needs some rooting sometimes, right? So yeah, it was wonderful doing this video. I will see you guys in the next one. From me to you, peace and love.